guys, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for your comments and subscribing and sharing, of course, and liking. Keep them coming. Make sure you tell other people that are on a health journey as well, so they can subscribe and get all my videos. And it doesn't matter if you're not on Weight Watchers. Anybody on a health journey can do this, right? And enjoy a good low-fat, low-sugar recipe. Before I start, I just want to tell people that besides the weight, it's also about how we feel, okay? And getting motivated, inspired. And it's not just about the number and how we look. It's how we feel mentally and emotionally and socially. That's really important and vital. So I just wanted to add that, a little tip before I start my video. So what are we making today? Well, I posted on my group, Weight Watcher Tips and Recipes by Risa, about a chocolate bagel, okay? Yes, you guys know I love chocolate and I love easy, yummy recipes, and why not make like a dessert bagel? And yes, you've seen dessert bagels other places, but this is low fat and super easy to make on your own. So I'm going to tell you all the ingredients. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees. And you're going to be making and baking. Well, it'll be a combination of both, obviously, but bake it for about 25 minutes or so. But check it. And of course, depending on everybody's oven, you can use convection. You can use just a regular oven. And if you are doing convection, you're making two or more recipes, you can put it on each shelf on convection and make lots and freeze them, okay? Yes, you can freeze them. So even if you don't have a donut pan, but if you do spray it, you can just roll it out and put it on a cookie sheet, okay? And just line your cookie sheet, or spray it really well if you don't line it with parchment paper. So what are you going to need? You're going to need the Brody's self-rising flour, 1 cup, because I'm just doing one recipe. Whatever brand Greek yogurt, of course I use Kirkland from Costco, 1 cup, easy. And I'm using a tablespoon for the recipe of the cocoa. And then I'm going to use another maybe teaspoon, not even, afterwards to sprinkle some on. And I just realized I forgot the egg, so hold on. I always tell people to be prepared. I need the egg for afterwards. And a brush. So we'll mix that up. So you're going to need an egg for the topping. Oh, it's all good, right? Now, the other thing that I use is Swerve icing sugar, okay? I buy it at the low-carb grocery store, but you can buy it on Amazon, or other stores I'm sure sell it. But I like the Swerve. If you don't have Swerve and you want to use something else, you can try stevia, truvia. It will sweeten the cocoa up, because cocoa can be bitter. So use some kind of blend if you want, or monk sugar is also really great. Monk sugar is just an all-natural fruit, okay? But because I sprinkle it on afterwards as well, it stays on nicely as an icing sugar, okay? And if you want to use regular icing sugar, I'm not telling you that you can't. A splash of some vanilla. I just have a no-name vanilla. And it doesn't have to be pure, it can be extract. And I'm using the sugar-free Sensato chocolate chips, okay? So 1 tablespoon and about a tablespoon of vanilla or so. The other thing that I'm going to use is a tablespoon of PB2 powder. I love PB2. If you're allergic to peanut butter, you don't have to add peanut butter, okay? Simple so far. All right. Oh, and I add a pinch of salt. So I'm going to do that right now, just so I don't forget. I was really good in my last video. I didn't actually forget or drop anything. But hey, I'm human. We're all human. That's why you can relate to me. I'm just, a person that loves to bake and cook. So, like most of you, add your flour, add your yogurt, and I always keep a little bit of flour on the counter because it does get a bit sticky. I like to get all the yogurt. And then I'm going to add the vanilla. I already put in my pinch of salt. And I'm going to add in my chocolate peanut butter swerve mix. Okay? And add that in and just mix it. I love the smell of the chocolate. So just mix that up really well. This is where you get your little workout in. Just blend it. It will come together. You may not think it does, but it does. And then after a while, I usually just take my hand and start forming a ball and scraping it from the bottom to get all the flour together, okay? Easy, right? See? Like to make sure I get all of it. All right. I calculated this to be about 14 smart points, and I like to just put my hand in a little flour. And there's still a little bit here. Okay, so there it is. A nice ball. Smells so good. And I'm just looking for my towel. Sometimes I let it sit for a little bit, but you don't have to. And make sure too that your oven is always at the temperature, okay, that it's supposed to be. Don't put it in before, all right? That's my tip. Get a sharp knife. And I just like to roll it in a little bit of flour, just a little bit. Move that out of the way. And then just slice it. And I just realized that I forgot to add the chocolate chips. So that's okay. I'll add them after. Oh my God. I'm sorry. So add your chocolate chips inside as well if you want them inside. I'm going to figure out a way to add them. I'm going to add some now. You can do that. Or you can add some on top. But if you're forgetful like me, you'll just add them. And what happens is sometimes they're not, like some pieces are bigger than others. So I just grab some of the dough from the thicker ones and add it to the smaller ones. And just shove in those chocolate chips, 1 tablespoon. And if you don't like chocolate chips and you want to add some nuts, you can do that. 1 tablespoon of the chocolate chips is only 1 smart point, and you get quite a bit, as you can see. So I just like to take it like that and roll it take a little bit of flour and you roll it out like a log. And then you just put it either in your pan, like that, okay? I'm just going to roll them. So I'm just going to show you that even if you don't have a pan, you can easily make it into the shape of a bagel, like that. Okay, so I'm going to add it to my pan. And most of the time I get them about the same size. Most of the time. I may have to rename my channel to The Forgetful Girl. These are going to be 2 smart points each. It adds up to about 14, depending on what you use. There's 6 of them. And keep them in a sealed container. You can freeze them. And then de-thaw them. You can eat them just like this. If you want to add a little cream cheese, you can. You could add some peanut butter to it. I'm now adding some more of the chocolate chips. And if you don't want to have a topping on top, you don't have to. But I have my little egg mixture. So if you wanted to add some nuts to it, you could. Some almonds or whatever seed. If you want them even healthier, you could add some hemp seed to it or whatever you want. If you want to add some craisins or raisins, they're higher a bit in sugar, but it's all good, whatever you want, as long as you plan and count for things, okay? That's why this is a journey, all right? So you can have everything, but in moderation, right? Yes, you know I'm right. So I've just taken some of my cocoa and swerve icing sugar, and I'm just gonna sprinkle some on top. It does bake in, but it just gives it more chocolatey flavor on top, which I love. And then I keep some for afterwards because then it looks super pretty and, of course, delicious. And I'm going to put it in my oven for about 25 minutes. And that's it. So I just want to show you that I made a bunch yesterday, but of course there's only 3 left. Why? Because everyone's eating them. I brought to my sister. My daughter enjoyed it. My husband thought they were delicious. And of course, afterwards, I just sprinkled a little bit more of the powder on top because then it looks super pretty if you're serving it. And you can eat it as a breakfast. You can have it after a workout. You can have it as a snack. 2 smart points, delicious for dessert or part of your meal, you know, if you want. There's no rules, okay? So this is from yesterday. I love the chocolate taste. So as I said, freeze it or keep it in your fridge or keep it in a sealed container. You know it's hard to eat and talk. Thank God I have water. See, it's almost like you're in my own kitchen with me, right? Anyways, I wish you were to help me clean up. Where are you guys? So continue to subscribe, tell people. Join my Facebook group. It's lots of fun for lots of inspiration, motivation. Like, comment, all right? Post, show me what you've made. Tell me how you've changed my recipes. Don't be as forgetful or dropful. Dropful, is that a word? As me. And that's it. Hope you love this recipe as much as I do. Bye for now.